Hi there, I'm Shane Spears and welcome to another edition of Summit Scale, beaming out to you from the beautiful city of Bath in the UK. My guest today is Christopher Cumby. Christopher, a very warm welcome. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Shane. I'm happy to be here with you and your audience.
Brilliant. For those of you that don't know him, Christopher has mastered the gamification of money making in sales and revenue. And gamification in selling brings out the competitive spirit of salespeople to help them level up their skill set and show up with a positive mindset. Christopher also assists entrepreneurs to launch their sales strategically using step-by-step tactics. He also coaches and mentors business owners, CEOs, and other high-profile people. Christopher was featured on the Brian Tracy TV show on NBC, ABC, CBS, and Fox networks, and highlighted on numerous podcast shows on iTunes and other platforms. Brilliant. Christopher, the title of our interview today is Gamification to Money Making in Your Business, and we have 5 minutes for the interview. If you're ready, I'll set the clock.
Hey, let's do it.
So, the obvious one, how did you gamify sales?
Well, people would ask me really quickly when I was building my company several years ago, how did I, ramp quickly? Because what we did, truth be known, is in about 18 months, we created millions of dollars in commissions in an industry that allowed that. Not all industries, of course, if you go out and sell, are you able to scale that quickly? But, particularly in the energy business, as it was deregulating, it became an arena for that. So I was pretty fortunate to walk into that using the skill set I had, and people would, continuously ask me, how did I do that? And, I just always said I went to work. Mm-hmm. But the reality is, when I wanted to, rewind the clock a little bit, is I remember quite frankly that I played a game every day. Right. And I didn't go to work, because going to work is a drag. Going to a job is definitely a bigger drag. Going to business can sometimes, your own business can sometimes be a drag. But I wanted to create this energy inside of myself to go to a game, have fun, compete, and mostly, to win, because that's why we play games in the first place. So that's how that all came together. And then, of course, working backwards on everything from, reverse engineering, I was able to come up with a formula. And that formula has really been a framework that I work with companies, sales groups, teams, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and so forth, to show them how you build things by looking at where you want to go. Yeah. And, all the components that kind of make up that as you move forward. So I created the first gamification of sales out there in the world that I know of, that include coaching, technology. Of course, technology plays a huge role now in, my world coaching, because we're able to see it transparently. It's mobile based. Yeah. So that's fun because, you can bring your business anywhere today, as we all know.
Yeah. So what's it called and how do you play it?
Yeah, sure. I'm glad you asked. It's called the Kickass sales game. Because who doesn't want to be Kickass, right? So you have to be a little edgy. I like, I like the edge, but not, over it. I don't like, I'm not the F-bomb dropper all the time, even though I will drop the F-bomb, but I'm more edgy from a perspective of trying to get into people's psyche. Right. And I know everybody likes to be kick-ass. We talk about it. Not everybody knows how. So what I've been able to create is a journey, really. It's a framework of the activity you do being connected to your direction. And, Shane, a lot of times when people say, what's your 5 to 10 year outlook? I don't know. Yeah. Like, who knows that? Yeah. I mean, I have an idea why I want certain things, lifestyle, who I'm going to be around, things of that fuzzy nature. Yeah. But the reality is it's really hard to see. So I chunk things down. I can tell you a year from now pretty clear on where things are going, but I can tell you even better within 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. So the game is really played in that fashion. And I truly believe that the game is played every single day. Right. Prior to our call or the recording here, we talked about, today. Not yesterday, because that game is done. We can't do anything about it. We see the big football highlights of, the Super Bowl, and, they talk about all the things that could have happened, but, coulda, woulda, shoulda. No. I mean, they don't mean anything anymore. No. So the reality is today is the game. We play today. Tomorrow we'll figure that out, the game plan tomorrow. And hopefully it's as good as the game plan we can play today. So it's really taking your activity, you're the star player.
Yeah.
Connecting with who has your money, direction, what do you want it to look like? Right. So I've got a theme. It's as simple as ABCD. And I really like to break things down simple. It's not easy because simple and easy, aren't the same thing, but a simple framework so people can understand. And of course, I level up their knowledge, and I train them on strategy and tactics. Right. But the most important thing, and you probably are aware of this doing what you've done and being a CEO, in companies, it's really mindset. You got to show up with a winning attitude, right? And 80% of your day is really consumed here. Right. All the other stuff is just stuff you got to do. Yeah. So if you're winning here, I know I would rather win 80% of the day than, lose at 20% of the day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's essentially, quickly how I framed everything up.
Yeah. And we're coming to the end of our time, but just briefly, what's the big questions that help you prepare, prepare to play the game?
All right, let's do that. The questions are powerful. I'll give you 5 powerful questions. Assuming people know who they are, or who am I, right? I like asking, who am I? Because you can't outperform the image of yourself.
Right.
So therefore, if you're going to construct something, you need to understand who that person is. But most important, what do I want? What do I want? So everybody out there, get your pen out. What do I want? Why do I want it? What feeling am I trying to get from that?
Right.
Why do I want that feeling? And most importantly, and this is the kicker, Shane, and this is the one that stumps a lot of people, but I like pondering and thinking. That's why I pose questions. Why is that feeling missing now?
Right. Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my 5 powerful questions for everybody out there today. Man, this show goes fast.
Christopher, brilliant stuff. Thank you so much. Sadly, we've come to the end of our time. Folks, for more resources, check out www.kickasssalesgame.com. The link will be below the video. Christopher, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Shane, you're awesome. And thank you to the audience for listening in.
Thanks for checking out our Summit Scale podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate us and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to learn more about the work we do, or are looking for a load of free resources to help with scaling your business, check out our website, www.summitleader.com.